Hello. So do you remember last week I said, oh, I hate it when it does that thing. Last week I said, once I'm going to tell you something, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. It was that Keir Starmer looks just like Penfold. Totally does. Penfold from Danger Mouse. And this week I've had that thought, and again, this is a phrase, and I can't stop thinking it every time Rachel Reeves comes on, and you'll get this the minute I say Fagin. So she talks about putting more money in your pocket. And all I can think is, Fagin's, I've got to pick a pocket or two because she's taking all of the money out of our pockets. I mean, she is probably the second most famous pickpocket after Fagin. Actually, no, the third, because there's the Artful Dodger as well, isn't there? And I just can't stop. Every time I see it, I just like, yep, there goes Rach. In particular, with this nursery thing, did you know that in 2020, the Department for Education recommended that it would be £7 something for each child in nursery education? Now I realise people are going to go, well, that's all the Conservatives' fault because that was 2020 when they were in power. Yeah, fine, blame them. I don't mind. I've always said this isn't party specific. I happen to not like one thing that Labour's doing, but I'm not necessarily saying that the others would do a better job. Although, yeah, actually they would. But so they recommended £7.70 something, and yet we're still on £5.21 per child in the private sector. Of course, if you're in the state sector, you get an additional £5.29. Now, I mean, what do you think about that? So if it's a state-run nursery, they can have £10, but if it's a private run nursery, you can have £5.21. Even though our own Department for Education said it would be £7 something in 2020. That stinks to me. That really, really stinks. We are squeezing private nurseries into non-existence. We're taking away any kind of parental choice in both nursery education and in secondary education. We're just education full stop, aren't we? I mean, ultimately, what we want is the blueprint, Rachel Reeves, Bridget Phillipson's, Keir Starmer's blueprint of you must do education this way, and if not, you're done. I mean, why don't we just fast forward to that bit? Because we know that's happening. Grammar schools, watch out, they're next. Selective schools, watch out, they're next. And also, I mean, even the state schools. So we talked about pupil admission numbers, which are being played with now. So the good state schools are having their pupil admission numbers squeezed, so less pupils will go there and they will be forced to go to the not good state schools. I mean, obviously this only applies to us. This doesn't apply to the Starmers and the Phillipsons and the Reeves. They can do what they like. I mean, none of their children went to an Ofsted poor or needs improvement school. No, we know that their children went to effectively state prep schools and still do. So this is just for you and me. Now, are we working people? You see, we don't know. We don't know if we're working people or not, because we think that working people is Keir Starmer's way of saying a working person is someone that doesn't have savings. So I most definitely am a working person, but we're not quite sure what else it means. But what it means is that they are discriminating against you if you're not a working person, and if you are a working person, they're nicking all your money, like the Artful Dodger. Got to pick a pocket or two, said Rachel Reeves, but it wasn't just two, was it? It was got to pick a pocket of an entire nation. It's really satisfying when you say that. Got to pick a pocket. Oh, I mean, it's about the only good thing to come out of this. So yeah, she's death knell for nurseries, private nurseries, death knell for private schools. It'll be private healthcare next. Although Wes Streeting is the only one out of all of them that seems to have a modicum of sense. So we'll have to watch out on that one. But yeah, I thought I would share the Artful Dodger and Fagin with you. So we've had Penfold, and now we're in Oliver Twist. I'll keep them coming. What would Angela... Let's not start on Angela Rayner. She makes me laugh.